I feel like this one's gonna be extra subjective. Just because it's like, yeah. It's just which ones do I like to listen to more? There's no, you'll see, there's no, like, yeet it. I don't have any tracks that I would yeet. I really don't. I have ones that I don't really listen to. Starting with Omen. Now, I believe this is the intro / trailer track, if I remember right. Yes, man, what a good fucking trailer. What an amazing trailer. Like, as if I wasn't already sold on the concept enough. And then you showed me this trailer. Let me know if it's too quiet. Turn up just a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's so good. Man, I haven't played Bloodborne in a while. It's because I haven't had my PS4 hooked up. Damn, girl. Hitting that note. And yes, when performed live, the singer hits that note. There's no foolery or trickery involved. That is a real voice. Okay, yeah, Omen's gotta at least be A tier. It's real good. It's a great intro track. And next up we have The Night Unfurls, and I think the cat's about to start yelling at me, so he can go out somewhere. So I'm gonna let him out while this track plays. It's kind of a quiet track. It's the menu music. Oh, this was what Tedderkey wanted to throw down with me over, because I said Dark Souls 3 had the best start menu music, hands down, with a power gap. And Tedderkey was arguing with me about it being Bloodborne.
Go on, baby. Go on, sweetie. Go on.
And I'm willing to give Bloodborne second place on that case, for sure. I just feel like, you know, it's a different feel, right? It's its own thing. I'm probably not going to give it above B, though. I don't usually... if I'm going to listen to the soundtrack, I'm probably going to move on to the next thing, you know? But it's a nice track, you know? I'm willing to give it B. I might bump it down depending on what else ends up here, but we'll see how it goes. Sorry. It's not a super long track. It's like Omen. It's pretty short. Yeah, The Night Unfurls is fine. Kind of depends on my mood as to whether or not I let it play. But oftentimes, I'm anxious to get to one of the next tracks. Which is, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. It's way over there. So, Hunter's Dream, speaking of second place, which sounds mean. I don't mean it in a mean way. I always say how Majula is my favorite hub, hands down, from Dark Souls 2. Hunter's Dream is second place for hub for me. And it is a beautiful track. I'm not sure, but I don't know where to put it. Because since it is one of the quieter tracks, I don't always listen to it. I'm not always like, no, I want to get hype with my boss music. Like, I don't always listen to it. It is very pretty, though. So it'll definitely be above Night Unfurls if I leave it in B. Night Unfurls, move over. But I don't know if I would give it A. Honestly. The hub technically has more than one track, and we'll get to the other track later. Yeah. Hunter's Dream is fine. It's fine. It's pretty, it's fine. We're gonna immediately jump to the Hunter. Let's move this. Hello, Hunter? It jumped to Cleric Beast there for a second. I was like, no, the Hunter comes first, even though I usually fight Cleric Beast first. Gosh, okay, now we start getting into, like, how do I separate the A's from the S's? 'Cause damn, I love this track. For those that are not sure, it is Gascoigne's. It is Father Gascoigne's track. And it is so strong. I'm giving it S for me personally. Some people might keep it down in A, but there's something about this track that really gets under my skin in a good way. It's very powerful. And even if you didn't know all the lore about Gascoigne and the whole deal, like, you know, even if you didn't talk to the little girl at the window and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. Like, this fight, this is the moment where you realize. So, yeah, most people fight Cleric Beast first. It's the one you're more likely to stumble on first, I feel like, when exploring. Not necessarily, but you do have to go a little deeper to get to Gascoigne. And Cleric Beast is the one everyone went to first when the game first came out, because that was the demo boss. So everyone just presumed that progress was behind that boss, and then it turns out it's just a dead end. And Father Gascoigne is arguably the first true boss. Like, Cleric Beast is absolutely a boss, and I love them to pieces. But this is the moment where you realize who the real problem is, and it's your fellow hunter. In Bloodborne, your fellow hunter is probably going to give you far more trouble than any beast or strange eldritch thing. And I don't know, I think that's part of the power of the Gascoigne fight. And you see immediately how, like, no matter how strong you are as a hunter, how easily you can become blood drunk. I mean, it's you know, Eileen LaCroix's job exists for a reason, you know? The hunter of hunters, because so many do the thing that must be done, and then become just beasties themselves, right? God, this fucking, I love this game, and this fight is so good. I was very proud because I think one run. I think the Bloodborne is the only FromSoft game. I'm sorry, that I ever did a New Game Plus in. I don't generally do New Game Plus. I just make a new character. I'd rather go through with a new build, new character. I did do a partial, I never finished it, but a partial New Game Plus route in Bloodborne. And I think I just like completely steamrolled Gascoigne. I was really proud of it. But to be fair, I was probably over-leveled for early New Game Plus at that point. All right, it's Cleric Beast time. Oh, Cleric Beast. Everyone knows you. Does everyone love you? I'm not sure. But it's a really strong track. And I don't know. Oh, it's so hard. I'm gonna put it here for the moment. Don't get mad at me. The only reason why I might keep this here is because there is another version of this song that appears in the DLC. And I do prefer that version. But this This track is so powerful. I don't know that I can keep it an A. I might have to go back up. I might have to go up to S. It's so good. It's so good. Like, all right. I've been meaning to talk about who composes what, and I don't think this track list has the composers. So let me find that, because in Dark Souls 3, we did have a few random tracks from returning composers. And I think a few of them also did work on Elden Ring. Not sure about Sekiro. I know jack shit about Sekiro. Someday I'll play it. I have it. Are the lyric videos still up for this shit? Oh, here we go. Let's sing some Latin. Let's go. They keep the lyrics seriously on like lockdown. There was one of the leads for the chorus was going to share her lyric sheets. But she did make sure to ask permission first, but then she was basically told no. It's like, why? Why are you not allowing us to know the fucking lyrics to the song we're listening to? I don't understand. Is it because your Latin is questionable? It's okay. It's Latin. All right. We forgive you. Let's heckin' go. That's right. Cleric Beast, man. I can't. It's gotta be S tier. Even if it ends up being like bottom S tier, it's still fucking S tier. Okay, I gotta pull up these composers because we're about to get into... It's not Moonlight Melody yet, is it? I don't think I put these ones in order entirely. No, it should be Bloodstarved Beast, right? Yeah, Bloodstarved Beast is next. Let me put Bloodstarved Beast here so we can talk about him. This is a good track. What a fight. I think I told the story before about how in my very first run of this game, I won one run Bloodstarved Beast, and I still don't know how, but I did. I took him down in one go. I'm gonna turn down just a hair while I'm typing here. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can get an actual proper track listing. Otherwise, I might have to plug my old iPhone I could plug in, and it would have all of the fucking... Let's see if I can get the track list with the guys next to it. Yes, I know those are all of the different composers, but I want a track list breakdown. Please? Question mark? If not, I think I can do it. Hang on. Where is it? I set it over here. I keep my old Japanese iPhone still powered because it has stuff on it that's still important and I need to mess around with. Okay, hang on. It's gonna be in my old music library because I never deleted anything off this thing. It will tell us the tracks. Playlists. Where's my Bloodborne playlist? My old... Where you at? There you are. Okay. So, Omen and the Night Unfurls and another one of the other tracks coming up is by a guy named Ryan Amon. Oh, actually a couple. Who I don't know for sure, but this might have been the only FromSoft Souls-like that he worked on. I'm not sure though. Not sure. Bloodstarved Beast I feel like is A. I don't think it's B. I think it's an A. It might be a low A, but it's still A tier for me. It's super good. All right. Let's see. The Hunter, so Gascoigne's track was also done by Ryan Amon. Cleric Beast is by Tsukasa Saito, who did one of the tracks on... that I've already forgotten which track he did, but he did one of the tracks on... at least one of the tracks on Dark Souls 3. He did one of them. Any others that I missed? Hunter's Dream was by Ryan Amon. Okay, yeah, a bunch of the early ones are done by Ryan. Blood Sword Beast is Tsukasa Saito. All right, we're gonna move to the next because I do love Blood Sword Beast, but it does repeat itself. Terror. Now, this track I feel like only plays in the Chalice dungeons. Am I wrong? I might be wrong, but I feel like it only plays in the Chalice. I remember it playing in the Chalice dungeons. It's the boss music in a bunch of the Chalice dungeons. It's fine. I don't dislike it. I don't usually put it on to listen though. So I'm kind of tempted to go ahead and bump it down just since I don't listen to it as often. I don't know that there's any we're going to put down here. I legit am not sure. There might be one or two. But it's probably going to be the most empty don't listen tier. Because I actually do still like this track. I just don't pick it out as much as the other ones, yeah? Actually, Night Unfurls, I kind of want to bring you down here. I'm not going to lie. I'm more likely to listen to Hunter's Dream. Yeah. Okay, are we already done with Terror? Yeah. Okay, we're moving on from Terror and into Watchers. Which I think is is this another one or is this Shadows? Is this Shadows of Yharnam? Maybe Terror plays during Shadows of Yharnam. That might be it. I've forgotten what plays during theirs because I feel like I want to bring Terror up here. And then Watchers maybe put down here. Something like that. Bloodborne gets tricky. Terror is... Whoa, okay, too loud. I can't hear myself think. Terror is by Chris Velasco, which I don't remember all the stuff that they've worked on, but I know they worked on Mass Effect 2 and 3? Question mark? Funny enough, they did tracks for that. What is... That's Terror. What about Watchers? Watchers is Yuka Kitamura, actually. A rare Kitamura track that I don't click with. I don't think it's bad. I just don't click with it that much. Is it almost over? Yeah, it's almost over. Let's see. We're gonna be doing this one next. Maybe we might blow through Bloodborne just because I'm not getting as caught up in talking about lore. Not getting as talking because we could talk about the fights, but I feel like so far we haven't really needed to. But Hail the Nightmare. Ooh. Who did Hail the Nightmare? Ryan Amon. I like this one a lot. This is S tier. This is high S tier for me. Like, whenever we get to Bloodborne and the Saga of Zefrau, which will be next, actually, after we finish Dark Souls 2. Although, it might be delayed by me needing the money for a different kind of Elgato, but we will get into that. But this is what plays when you end up in the Hypogean jail. Is that the name? I'm trying to remember the spelling. It's been a while. I used to play this game as like minimum annual tradition kind of deal, but it's been a while since I had the chance to sit down with a new character. Looking forward to it. Because I usually play through the game at least once before I sit down for the Saga of Zefrau stuff to make sure that things aren't completely distant in my mind. Because my weird brain fogs and things already make it hard enough. God, this song is so good. I might use this for the intro for the Saga of Sea Crow, honestly. If not the intro, then the outro. I think it's that level. It's that level for me anyway. Fissimur. Oh, that's so good. What's next? Is it Moonlight Melody? What's up next? I also just like the idea of a track called Hail the Nightmare. Like, and not fear, not fight, but hail. Ah, okay. Dark Beast is next. Blood! Fucking blood! Yeah, it's a cool track. It's a great hit. It's a hymn. How often do you have those in these soundtracks? All right, up next, Dark Beast, aka Dark Beast Parl. The lightning skeleton, not really pupper, but technically pupper, because beast. Parl's totally optional, aren't they? Or are they? Is there a door passive? This is how long it's been. Exposed. Can't remember any of my map shit. This is a track that takes a moment to get going, but it is actually pretty good. Like the intro, I feel like this intro isn't super strong, but it goes places. And the Parl, I feel like the Parl fight's like that too. Like you don't think about the Dark Beast fight that much, but it is actually, it is a neat fight. It's its own thing. Lightning. There it is. This has got to be at least top of B, if not low A. It's good. Who did Dark Beast? Since I keep checking this. Who did Dark Beast? This is a Tsukasa Saito. What did... Okay, now it bothers me that I can't remember what Tsukasa did on Dark Souls 3. What was the track? What was the track? He did Udex Gundir's music. That's what it was. Yeah, I feel like Dark Beast is like high B, low A, depending on how you feel about the general composition. There are other tracks that get me more hype, but it's still a good one. And it is neat that they use such epic moments like these epic vocals for this beastie that we don't even really like. Why are they different from the others? Like dark hair, a still fairly human skeletal face, even though they are a beast, and just, yeah, lightning coming off of them like constantly. I don't even remember if it really gets gone into at all. I feel like it doesn't. Alright, Parl. I do like you. I'm gonna turn you down for a second. We're gonna move on to the Witch of Hemwick. Oh, Witch of Hemwick. Ah, what a weird little fight you are. I feel like the music is going to be somewhere in a similar spot here. I don't know if I would put it in A. Even though it's a weird fight, I like it. It is interesting how different runs of the game for me have gone completely differently. Sometimes the Witch of Hemwick is like nothing. I just go in there and I deal with it and I'm done. And sometimes I like beat my head against the fight like, God damn it, it can't seem to fucking rush it. You know, it does seem to depend.
The strings, they pull my heartstrings.
It's gotta be here with Parl's music.
And The Witch of Hemwick was composed by
Michael Wanmacher. I might be saying their last name wrong. Could be Macher instead of Macher. Not sure how the CH is supposed to go, but it's Wand, then Macher. Wow, is that the only one he does for this? Because I didn't even remember. No. He does at least 2 tracks. 3. Wow, why did I not remember his name compared with the others? I remember Ryan Eamon. Neat. Yeah, this is an alright track. I usually, like, let it play for a little bit and then skip to the next. I like the concept of the witch. I like the weird, creepy, like, shadow people that she summons. I like that the witch is technically a hag. It's very much like, she's definitely a hag. In a whole zone full of, like, crones and hags and witches, like, it's very cool. Okay, sorry. We're getting into Amygdala now. Let's go back to Amygdala. I was still, like, caught up in Witch of Hemwick. So, Witch of Hemwick. Oh! There's some overlap there. Let's get to Amygdala. Yeah, it's weird because all the versions of these songs I've been playing usually loop them. And so I keep talking and then I'm like, oh wait, no, we're getting into the next one. So far I was good about catching them, but... Amygdala, where do I put you? Because I know I like Amygdala, but it's another one where, like, I don't always... Sometimes I skip it because the beginning isn't as strong. Alright, let's listen to this from the beginning, recognizing that we are listening to Amygdala, no longer the Witch of Hemwick, you know? I feel like Amygdala is another fight that sometimes I go in and I crush it, and sometimes I go in and it crushes me. Like, it seems to depend. It seems to depend. And when I say it seems to depend, I went skill my first run, so... I was not wielding no big swordies or no Kirk hammers or nothing like that. In fact, my first run of the game, and including the Chalice dungeons, I beat every single boss with the threaded cane. Even once I got the Blades of Mercy, I would switch the Blades of Mercy off to fight with my cane in the boss fight, even if I've been using the blades. Fucking love the Blades of Mercy. Those are like my top 2 fucking weapons in that game. Dun, 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 dun. We're still in Amygdala. Has dun, 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 dun. Feel like lower A, maybe? Lower A? I didn't used to like Amygdala, actually. The music, specifically. I remember I used to skip it all the time, and then it kind of grew on me. There's something about it that felt very... It feels very much like a movie track. I don't know what it is. There's something about it that feels like it should be in a movie. Not a game. Yeah, and it's still going. It's still got a couple seconds long before we're gonna get into
Another favorite of mine.
So I'll let it keep playing. While I take a sippy, everybody make sure you're staying hydrated if you're still hanging out with me. I don't want to be distracting you from self-care.
Bum, bum, bum. Ba, 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 bum.
I don't know, there's something about it that's very extra movie-like. Cinema-esque. Alright. Next up. Rom, the vacuous spider. So, Rom is one of my favorite characters, I think. Not just in Bloodborne, just period, and soul stuff. I love Rom. We're gonna have to crank this up a little bit to hear all the little pieces of it. The ultimate, I don't want to do this, but if you do not do it, the game will not progress. So it's a very much a love-hate thing once I reach Rom in the game, because it's like, yay, it's Rom time. Boo, it's fucking Rom time. Fuck. But I don't wanna. And I usually hang out with Rom for a little bit before I start the fight, because I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to swing on you. Look at your little, hang on, look at your little doofy face. Hang on. Like, come here, come here, come here. Look at this doofy face. Look at the doof. Look at them. They're so sweet. And they're not hostile. You can walk right up to them. And then you have to swing. And the music changes.
Look at them, they're so cute.
So because I'm like talking, and also I couldn't hear it very well. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know. I feel like maybe you guys can hear it better than me. Maybe it's just these earbuds. But through this whole part, like, there's all these weird whispers, and like, it's hard to make out what anybody is trying to say or what language it is. And they're like making weird little noises and laughters, and like, I really like this track. I think, is it a track that I like to sit here and bop to? No. Do I think it's an S tier fucking track? Abso-fucking-lutely. This is it's so unique and weird.
He's just a little guy. He is just a little guy.
Or she. I think is Rama she? We're not sure. Not sure.
They.
Later they are being their bodies literally being mourned over by
A lady god.
But just like, yeah, like, it has to go up here. Like, I love Rom so much I want to put it up here, but I know that, you know, objectively I don't listen to it as much just because it's, you know, not exactly a bop. But here we go. Time for our second hub music. So Rom, I believe, wasn't Rom done by Kitamura? Where's Rom?
Where's Rom?
Yes! My fave. Yuka Kitamura did Rom's track. And then the Moonlit Melody is by Ryan Amon. I like this track better than the initial Hunter's Dream track. I think it's more of an A-listy. More of an A-listy one. Like Hunter's Dream's a nice introduction track to the hub. I feel like Moonlit Melody is a little bit more on the nose with the actual feel of how you should be rolling. I don't know. That didn't make sense. The feel that I have while I'm rolling through, like you really start seeing it. That doesn't make any sense either. My goodness, I've been talking for too long. But I think it's a better hub track. I do not begrudge the other ones, but it's a much
gooder one. I don't know. It's good.
I like it more. I feel like it fits the vibe of what's actually happening, and it makes sense. So the Hunter's Dream track is very right here. The Hunter's Dream track is very kind of almost wondrous and like, whoa, where am I? I'm in a dream. Whoa, what is this place? But then once you get to Moonlit Melody, you have a much greater idea of what's going on, what's at stake, and you just took out a god that had no beef with you because it's the only way to push the plot forward. And this is the moment, let's see. Let me make sure I'm not misquoting. I feel like it's after, is it after Rom? Because like destroying Rom brings the moon closer, literally. It like the blood moon becomes a thing in the waking world, or in the dream world, waking world. Where are the lines between dream and waking world and is kind of tricky to explain, and I don't even know if I can remember exactly where the lines are drawn on that, or if we even know. I think it's after Rom that the hub changes. I mean, obviously the music changes, but I forget if that's where the visual change happens as well. Because I think, hang on.
We're going to pause because I don't want it to go to the next one just yet.
We want to keep talking about Moonlit. Because I think this is, because at a certain point, your hub's literally on fire, but it doesn't burn. It's a dream, right? So it's just on fire. I think it happens after you fight Rom. Fighting Rom is a big, like, the whole world state changes. Because you are kind of pulling back the veil and pulling down the moon. Kind of, almost, sort of, literally. I believe that's when it lights itself. You go back and you're like, my hub is on fire. What the fuck? But everything stays the same. You can still do all your stuff. All right, let's move on to the next, which is The One Reborn. This one is by Nobuyoshi Suzuki, who did a track on Dark Souls 3. Let me see which track that was. Deacons of the Deep. Nobuyoshi did that one. Suzuki-san. All right, where are you? One Reborn. I do like this track. Would I put it above Bloodstarved? I'm not sure. It's either going to go here or on the other side of Bloodstarved. I have to think about it. I like this fight. This fight is a callback to a Demon Souls fight, for those that don't know. The Tower Knight, where the whole setup. So in the Tower Knight, the setup, so you have like the big boss in the middle, but if you go up on the ramparts, you can like take out the dudes shooting arrows and shit at you. In this one, you have like this like recently birthed abomination god question mark coming at you that only has so many tricks up their sleeve, but you need to go up and take out all the bell ringing women, or else they will, you know, help a little god out, I believe is how it works, if I remember right. It's been a while. I apologize. I would have had this same problem with Dark Souls 3 if I wasn't currently going through it. I think the track's pretty good. Do I put it over Bloodstarved, though? I do think it's maybe a little more interesting composition, but I might listen to Bloodstarved more. But I do like it. I think I might put it above Bloodstarved, but not above Moonlight Melody. Absolutely not. Hang on. I know we're talking about One Reborn, but I want to find this meme. Because we were talking about Rom just being a little guy. Okay, this was by originally by Menas LG, who does tons. They're just known for doing Souls art. They do other stuff as well, but here it comes. That's where it's like really strong, but that's like right near the end of the track. But I like it. I'm gonna pause it for a second when it ends. Because I must show you this meme about Rom. Here we go. My favorite, possibly my favorite fucking Bloodborne meme. McRomald's grant us fries. Because the whole thing about Rom is that there's all these scholars like studying by the lake, and they're like, Rom, grant us eyes and whoa, and all this stuff. Yeah. McRomald's grant us fries.
I love it.
There's another good one I've seen that's like this, where it shows like
it's a little Rom, he got a little tray, he got a little fries on his tray.
And then Mikolash is in the background like, as you once did for Rom, grant us fries. So ridiculous. But yeah, see,
eyeballs. Rom, grant us fries.
We didn't really talk about it, but they've got they've got like flowers growing on them. Like they're just a little guy. That's so cute. Anyway, One Reborn gets to be there.
No. What's
the nope? You don't like the eyeballs? It's so many eyes. And the Rom fight has ads, by the way. You don't just fight Rom. Rom is really strong. They're not a pushover, but they also have ads. It's a tough fight. Okay, let's keep this going. One Reborn was by Nobuyoshi. But Nobuyoshi, not Yushi, Nobuyoshi Suzuki. Next up, we have Mikolash, Nightmare Host. Guys, I feel like I can simply say, based on most people's feelings about Mikolash, fuck Mikolash. I'm not big on his music either, but I don't think you're meant to be big on Mikolash's music. It's meant to drive you a little banana pants. Like, you're supposed to hear this piano and be like, oh my god, fucking stop running, you fucking asshole, fucking hold still, you fucking, I just got tentacled in the face! Like, Mikolash. Show you, Rom's a little guy, Mikolash is not a little guy. Mikolash, this fucking fucker. Fucking, where are you? Where are you, asshole? There you are. Fuck this asshole. He's got great fashion sense, though. He's got great fashion sense. Fuck Mikolash. That fight is so... It can get so infuriating because you literally are just chasing him everywhere. I can deal with this track, but I'm generally don't listen to it most of the time. I might move you down to my don't listen, Mikolash. Swaggy headwear. So I will say the one cool thing about Mikolash, I'm turning this down slightly, is just the idea that you are entering a nightmare. So speaking of dream world versus waking world, you walk up to there's a whole room of mummified dudes wearing this headgear. And you walk up to one of them, and when you touch them, you get pulled into a nightmare. And Mikolash is the host of that nightmare. You are literally within their dream, even though they are already dead, ? It's a whole thing, because Bloodborne, there's this whole... People, if you haven't played, you might not know. There's this, there's the healing church. But then there's also the nerds over in Bergenworth that are all scholarly and stuff. And they don't entirely see eye to eye on what what is more important, whether it's beast's blood or madman's, what becomes known as madman's knowledge. Do they need eyes on the inside, or do they need to inject themselves with, more iron? Beast iron. I'm gonna move on from this track because if it's throwing you for a loop, you can tell it's throwing me for a loop. That's why I turned it down. I hate this track. I legit... No, Mikolash, you know what? I don't listen to your fucking track. Deal with it. Fucking deal with it. We're gonna move on to... hello? It keeps skipping to the one after the one I click on. Of the Temerian line. So the Temerians are these ancient people that you learn about mostly in the Chalice dungeons, I feel like. That fucked around with blood and elder gods and stuff. I forget their deal exactly. You fight. They seem almost a little bit vampiric, but they are not the vampires of the story. Though that's the Vilebloods. The Vilebloods are the vampires of the story. But they do seem a little like you fight a couple of them as bosses in the Chalice dungeons. It's how are you still alive? So you get kind of a vampire vibe off of them. Of the Temerian line is Michael guy, right? Michael, what's it? Where you at? Oh, Mikolash and of the Temerian line are both Michael One Makel. Where are you? I don't listen to this, ever. So we're gonna move on to the next track. Sorry. Speaking of Vilebloods, this is the track for the Queen of the Vilebloods. I do like that they managed to somehow squeeze vampires into the story, even though they're not called vampires. This is by Ryan Amon. Where are you at, Queen of the Vilebloods? I don't think I usually listen to this one. Just sometimes. The Queen is not a boss, so I forget when this actually plays. Is she a boss in the Chalice Dungeons? Is that why she has music? I forget. I don't remember why she has special music, because I don't remember music playing when I talk to her. Let's see if I can find out. Her name's Annalise, by the way. She has a name. And you can pledge yourself to her. You can become a Vileblood. Let's see here. And for those that know and are wondering, Yes, I do lead Alfred to her, but I always restore her after. Finishing 2 side quests in one go. I didn't know that. The ring of betrothal unlocks a marriage proposal dialogue. Hang on, too loud. Dialogue option when speaking to Annalise, but she rejects the offer. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, and her also Annalise's Japanese name is literally Queen of Blood. So you know. Alright, alright, alright. Calm down there, Annalise. Let's see. It doesn't say. When does this play? Is this the Martyrs music? Because I just realized that the Martyr doesn't have a track titled after them. Maybe it's the Martyrs music. And that would be interesting. Hang on. Let me look that up. Sorry, I can't remember. It is. Okay. I was so confused because the track sounded familiar, but I was like, where does it play? So, even though it's called Queen of the Vile Bloods, the boss that it's for, and I'm going to pause this before it goes into the next track, the boss that it's for is actually a dude that came to fucking, like, get rid of all the Vile Bloods. His name's Martyr Ligarius. That's his music. It is a good one. I'm going to put it... I don't listen to it that often, though, so... maybe I should trade it with Amygdala? Like, put it up here and then bring Amygdala down to high B? I don't know. Maybe I should even put it behind Dark Beast. I don't know. Amygdala is so hard for me to place. Honestly. I don't know. Okay. Time for the soothing hymn. I can turn it back up now. Everything's fine. It's not. Yeah. Let's just take this in for a second. This one's by Ryan Amon. I believe. Where are you at? Soothing him. Oh, I don't have it on here. Do I not? No, I do. Ryan Amon. Gosh, I forget where this goes. It's pretty quiet. I feel like this is one of those... I don't run across the room to turn it off, but I don't usually listen to it. I might rather listen to a different track, but it's alright. And I forget precisely where it plays, but it's like an in-between kind of track, obviously. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. What's next? Is it... Oh, you know? Does this just play all over the general cathedral area when you get like way high up? Maybe. That might be it. I forget. Because I do like it. I feel like... Yeah. It's not super interesting, but it's going to go at the top of this. Celestial Emissary. Pfft, this boss. It's kind of a shrug boss, honestly. By Ryan Amon. The music, that is. Where are you at? Celestial Emissary. Let's let it get rolling, because I really can't remember how this music goes. Which should tell you something about the music, probably. This particular track. I think there's... No, it's Living Failures that I like. Which is, I feel like, kind of a similar... scent. Like, the boss fight is not the same, but it has a similar feel to me? Let me turn this up a little bit. Whoa! Okay, that was too much. Yes, Celestial Emissary, are we going somewhere with this? I like your all ha-ha-ha's, but are we going somewhere? Are we going somewhere? We've made good time with this. I thought I might get caught up talking about all the different, like, characters and lore, but I've been good. I've been keeping it on lockdown. I mean, this fight is also kind of forgettable. It's like, oh, little alien dudes. Oh, a really big one of the little alien dudes. Woo! There's not much to it. Okay, girly, do you go any further than this? I skip forward just slightly, and no, it does not. It does not. So we're gonna put that down here, but up high. Sorry, Mikolash, not sorry. Is it Lullaby next? Yeah, no, we're done. Not yet. Abriatus first. Oh, Abriatus. Another character that is non-hostile. You only fight them for completionist's sake, honestly. And I forget... I think, let's see, it might give you access to the altar. I can't remember if you get access to the altar without defeating Abriatus. Abriatus, daughter of the Cosmos, by the way. Badass fucking name. Abriatus is wonderful. Absolutely A tier, at least. And I like Rom. I love Abriatus. Abriatus is the one that is mourning Rom, in fact. Let me get a picture up where you can kind of see her eyes. Oh, no, she drops chalices. So you don't have to fight her if you don't want chalices. Oh, I gotta remember that. It's a very cool fight, so I'll probably do it in my Siegfrau run.
Eyeballs are like, of course. Thank you for hanging out.
There she is.
Isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? You see her little eyeballs. You can see her little eyeballs.
And yeah, when you walk in the room, even if you come right up on her, unless you swing, she does not care. She is there to grieve over a friend. I know, right? She's beautiful. Her fight can be really rough, especially if you don't have meat shields. I soloed it, and it took me a lot of tries. There's an ability that, not an ability, a status ailment that is unique to Bloodborne called Frenzy, and she can hit you with it real hard. You can dodge it, but I don't know. I always had a hard time dodging the Frenzy hits. But yeah. We're gonna let her music play. She's cool, and the next track is also cool. Who did Briatus's music? Big surprise, my fave, Yuka Kitamura. Oh, that's so sweet. She did Rom's and Briatus's. Oh. Now it makes me happy and sad.
Oh dear.
And she deserves all that hype. She's very cool. Daughter of the Cosmos. Here we go. Lullaby for Marigo. Ooh, where do I put this one? I'm kind of a sucker for the music box, so I kind of want to put it up in S, because I really like it. The only reason why Omen is A and not S is a similar reason why I almost put Cleric Beast in A instead of S. It's just that there's another version of it that's longer and even better. I do. I love you. I love the Lullaby from Marigo. It's S tier for me. I know I'm revealing my plans in advance, but it's another track that I've considered using for the Siegfrau series when I get there.
We still have much of Dark Souls 2 to get through, however. It'll be a little while.
Dun, 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 dun. And this is the fight music. You fight Marigo's wet nurse to the lullaby. There's not like some big bombastic thing that pops in later. You fight that. Let me find the wet nurse. Let's see if we can get a good shot where they've got like all their everything kind of extended. Ooh. Yeah, something like that. Hang on. Let me see if it's clear when I make it bigger. Oh, it's actually kind of a small picture. Okay, never mind. Let me try this one. Okay, this one's a little bit blurry because they're coming at you, but they have many limbs and some of them are holding these blades. And the wet nurse is here to protect the baby. Bum, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum. I mean, this is a very metal looking wet nurse, but I would not, I mean, how else are you going to look if you're a wet nurse to a god, question mark? A newborn, potential newborn god? God hybrid, question mark? It's a whole thing with the lore. Because right before you get to Marigo, right before you get to Marigo's wet nurse, the fight, you catch a glimpse of Queen Yharnam, and she's got blood all down her front. I think the lore generally implies that the Queen of Yharnam might have been used as a vessel for birthing some kind of human god hybrid creature to you know, as one of many ways that people are trying to reach godliness in this game. Some use knowledge, some use blood, but they're all trying to like reach a higher plane of existence.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Oh, the first hunter. The first hunter. Who can be... Okay, so there's a couple ways, without spoiling anything for people who don't know, there's a couple ways the ending can go. You can never hear this track, I will say that, though. You can choose to do things a certain way at the end, and you will never hear this track. It is a very pretty track. It is a very cool fight. But, yeah, you can absolutely make choices that allow you to just... Nah, you just don't. I have never done that. I suppose I should someday for achievements, but eh. Ooh, where to put you? Oh, you're so good. I don't listen to it as much, but it's really good. I can put it above Lullaby, but I don't know that I can put it above Rom, just because I'm so partial to Rom. I could even make it a high A, frankly. Just because I'm not as I just don't listen to it as often. It's a good track, but... Yeah, we might do that. That actually, looking at that makes me feel better.
What?
This one also has a particularly, like, it's from a movie feel about it, doesn't it? Kind of like Amygdala. What? Who did First Hunter? Because... Let's see, Amygdala was Chris Velasco. No, First Hunter is Tsukasa Saito. I was gonna say it could be another Velasco track, but no. You know what? We're gonna save the... by the way, I'm gonna save the credits music for, like, the actual end. I don't want to end on Orphan of Kos. This is a very cool track. It really is. Man, it goes on, though. Yeah, I feel good about this. I know a few people might come for me. But,
This is my list. Make your own.
I actually do like having that, you know, hearing where other people would put it for them, because it is interesting to see which tracks hit harder for different people. I love that. I love hearing that. All right. First Hunter. First Hunter.
I think we're about to move on from you.
Yeah, okay, good. There's the singing. I was like, is there singing? I forget. Yeah, there it is. Alright, I'll stick with you, First Hunter. I stand by my placement, though. If more of the track sounded like this, I'd bump you up. I'd do it. Okay, let's see here. Gosh. Okay, it's about to get into the next one, so I'll get ready for it. The next track... Well, I'll wait till it hits. Yes, you wrapping up there, Hunter? Are you wrapping up there? Okay, sounds like they're wrapping up there. So, that was a fight that you can, like, literally never encounter if you choose. This next one is the same. Moon Presence. To encounter the Moon Presence, you have to do a bunch of extra stuff that is completely optional. Not necessary to actually complete the game. And is a totally optional additional fight, essentially. I always, kind of like how I always do the Hollows ending in Dark Souls 3, I always go for the Moon Presence in Bloodborne. I feel like it's the most complete experience, but if you don't really know about it ahead of time, it's okay. Just play through the game again. It's alright. Another track that's very good, but I just don't normally listen to it.
Cammy! I must shrink for Cammy. Hang on. I gotta shrink. Yeah.
How you doing, Cammy? Gosh, yeah, this is a good track, but ooh. I'm gonna put it above First Hunter to start with.
Good. Love the music. Heck yeah.
Nah, girl, you get to be S tier. Let's go. Like... Clap. Clap for them. Gosh, this is just making me excited to play Bloodborne again. Which, like, I think I started to mention earlier, but I don't know if I finished. I usually try to beat the game for Saga of Seacrow at least once in the time leading up to when I do it on the YouTube channel. So, like, I didn't play Dark Souls 2 more than a little Dark Souls 2 super recently, but I did play through it a couple times last year, so, or the year before, to prepare, because I was supposed to start Dark Souls 2 a lot sooner. And then we're going to do Bloodborne after Dark Souls 2. I have a very specific order I'm doing the Saga of Siegfried in, so... Yeah. And then there's like these callbacks to the hub music. It's so neat. Both of these fights that are technically optional, optional as in, you know, for getting different endings, they're all strong fights for sure. Mutated May, thank you for stepping through the static. You helped the curse endure. I appreciate you listening in and listening to me ramble a fucking lot. Nope. That track's gonna wait. We're gonna save that track. We're gonna do DLC music first. Because the DLC music, I'm looking at the time, I'm like, oh, I haven't done so bad. It's only taken me, like, what, like a little over an hour? Like, we're doing good. We're about to hit the fucking DLC music. I'm not gonna be able to not listen to the whole track. Although I've been talking enough that most of these are going. All right, come on, let's go. Ludwig. The Holy Blade. Now remember, we just put him in B so we can talk about him. Don't worry about it. Because I can already tell you this is S tier as fuck. This is S tier as fuck. This is like Ludwig. Putting you here. I will say that phase 1 I don't like as much as phase 2. I think phase 2 is where the power really comes in. But phase 2 is so good. I can't not give it top of S tier for now.
Did y'all know that sanguine has to do with blood? Did you know it's Latin for blood? Had you figured that out yet?
Has anyone here studied Latin? I took a year of it, actually, when I was in, like, middle school or something. For whatever reason, my school actually had a Latin teacher. And my claim to fame is that I famously bombed. Like, I mean, like, 0 points every quiz we ever had. But I would ace every test, and I drove the teacher bonkers. Like, she could not understand. I even got when you do Latin, you took Latin for a year, completely flopped the course. So it's actually kind of tough. You have to, like, do lots of memorization. And it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool thing to, like, poke at if you have the chance. Especially if you speak or have studied any Romance languages or English, obviously, because English steals from everything. Because all the Romance languages are based on Latin, right? Oh, here we go. But yeah, I actually, I even aced the, like, national Latin exam or something. I guess if you take Latin, you have to take the Latin exam every year just for funsies. And I got a little ribbon with my name on it. I can still put it on my fucking job resumes. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, here we go. It's about to drop. I'm gonna crank it one more. Let's listen. I'ma shut up. Ah, yes. I remember the fear I felt at this note sequence. I know. You thought the fight was real before. Say hello to, like, the one, like, even if it was just phase 2, like, the track that made me, like, shut up for the whole part of it. Oh, are we going straight into... We are. We're going straight into Lawrence. The first vicar. So remember how I mentioned there's an even better version of the Cleric Beast song? I'm one of those weirdos, and I know I'm not alone. I've encountered others that finds Lawrence to be a much harder fight than other things in the DLC for some reason. Ludwig's still a brick wall, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's not. There is something about this fight that really throws you off. I know some people don't find it that hard, but I know I'm one of the weirdos that had a very hard time with it. And it was, I think this was the fight where I really realized that I used the music to zen out when I couldn't get past a fight.
There's organ in this.
Now, the difficult part for me, I'm very partial to this song and I kind of want to make it top of S tier, but can I put it over fucking Ludwig's music? I don't know. I have a very big soft spot for this track because the music itself helped me finally get by the fight. Wait, no. I'm on the wrong one. The wrong, I used to remember some of the words to this. Bestia. Bestia. Beast! If you listen carefully, other than Sanguine, you can pick out Bestia for Beast and Blasphemia. Lawrence's music is just so good. For me, I think it goes above Ludwig's. I think it goes above Ludwig's. In part, I think because it does call back to the Cleric Beast, who is the first fight, though it's not necessarily the first fight. They're tied. Like, who am I kidding? I can't. Like, trying to pick between Ludwig and Lawrence. Listen to that violin. Lawrence fucked up. Lawrence, I feel like this track is just so good. Like they did both Ludwig and Lawrence so good in the DLC. Characters you never thought you would interact with. Did the Chalice bosses have a unique? Some did. Some had unique music. Others had used like Terror or Watchers or something like that. Like of the Temerian line. Wow, I just noticed that what is it? No, of the Temerian lines here. Of the Temerian line is one that's like unique.
Thank you, Dang Flabbit. I shall unshrimp. No shrimp, I'm allergic.
God, they did Ludwig and Lawrence so good. And Lawrence is completely optional. Reminder. You do not have to deal with Lawrence. It is a optional choice to put Lawrence to rest. And now it's time for Living Failures, which I actually like. I'm not like in love with the fight, but I don't hate it. And I actually like their music quite a bit. I don't know if you can hear the violins. It's very quiet. The violins are quiet as they come in, but they become very powerful. It's not Living Failures. I remember them as much as what came after. Yeah, no, absolutely. People forget this fight. It's easily the most forgettable fight of the DLC. But I think it's fine, honestly. And I don't mind that it's there. I think they did okay. And technically, like I said, Lawrence is optional. There are only... you don't have to fight. There's only 4 bosses you have to fight. Well, I mean, you could argue you don't even have to fight the orphan. I actually do like this track. And we'll turn it down a little bit while we're talking, but is it as good? Hang on, sorry, I didn't bring it up. Is that as good as some of the others? No. I mean, I would argue it's at least top of B tier. And I like it better than Amygdala, if I'm being honest. I like this one a lot. especially for this part. I'm gonna put it here between One Reborn and Ebrietas. I think that's a safe spot for it. It's a good spot. And I love the little cosmos effect that happens in the fight. I think it's cool. I feel like the Living Failures fight kind of had to happen. Like, it'd be weird if you went through that entire zone and didn't encounter some of them as, like, hostile creatures. I do think this track is underrated, though. I get why people forget the fight, but the track is underrated. Love the cosmic spell they did, but Mikolash traumatized me with the spell he did. Yeah, we talked about Mikolash earlier. What a fuck. What an asshole. Alright. Time for another banger. Like, all the fucking DLC music is just so good. It's so good. Lady Maria, you are S tier. Where am I gonna put you? Are you in front of or behind Hail the Nightmare? Hello, cool lady. We're listening to your music now. Definitely one of my favorite boss introductions in all of the Souls games. Like what a quotable moment. Corpse should be well enough left alone, or whatever it is. It's fucking. It's a memorable moment. It's a memorable moment. It's also kind of, isn't that kind of also the moment that you really realize just what a creep Gehrman actually is? Is that the moment? If you hadn't caught on yet? Kind of a creep? Like, Gehrman was so in love with this woman that, but couldn't have her for whatever reason. I don't know if she just slighted him or what, but he made a doll in her image that takes care of us. Like, you're a little creepy, Gehrman. But as strong as Lady Maria is, like, I do love this track. I might put it behind Hail the Nightmare. So I'm just so partial to Hail the Nightmare. I feel safe in doing that. If we were doing, like I keep saying in certain moments, if we were doing a boss tier list, well then, no. Obviously. Yeah, it would be more me trying to fight over whether Ludwig or Lady Maria got to be on top, you know? That sounds hilarious out of context. Anyway. This is one of those rare times where I feel like the Phase 1 music is a little stronger than Phase 2. Just a hair. What a cool fight, though. What a fucking cool fight. Amazing introduction to the character.
Snack! Snack! Oh my gosh! Snack, hello! We're doing Bloodborne right now. How are you doing? How was stream?
Hello, hello! Welcome in, everyone. Let me turn this down just a hair so you can hear me talking. It's kind of hard for me to tell. I'm Marley, the curse that lingers over this place known as the Haunt. Hang out for freaks, misfits, and other weirdos. We play a lot of horror here. We play a lot of Dark Souls. Just chillin'. Nice, nice. Welcome in, Super Ketchup Man. Yep. I was just explaining how, unfortunately, as much as I love Lady Maria, her music has to go below Hail the Nightmare for me.
This is an incredibly subjective glitch. Hello, I got a glitch. I must glitch. Blech.
Incredibly subjective list, as I was about to say.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Alright, we're moving on to Orphan of Cos. Orphan of Cos. Some say Cosm. How dare you, unfollowed. If this were a boss tier list, it'd be completely different, but... Orphans can be hard to place. I still have yet to play Bloodborne. PC when? I know, you know, they would make so much money if they would just do that. I'm sure it's licensing stuff, though, because, for anyone who doesn't know the story, I'll tell the story while Orphan is playing. I'll turn it up slightly so we can hear it. For anyone who doesn't know the story, essentially, when Demon Souls was going to come out and they were looking for a publisher, they went to Sony first and they were like, "Hi, would you like to publish our weird little technically fantasy game?" And Sony was like, "I think we'll pass." And that's how Bandai Namco got it. And then Demon Souls kind of blew up and Dark Souls was going to be a thing, and what's his name, who's the head of Sony, was like, you know, I was wrong. Like, straight up was just like, he took another look at Demon Souls and was like, you know what, I was just fucking wrong. I didn't give this enough of a chance. And so he went to FromSoft and was like, hey, what if you guys made us a game that was just for us? Just for PlayStation, Sony. And that's how Bloodborne happened, Project Beast. So a good chunk of people who were leads on Dark Souls 1 actually immediately then moved over to working on Project Beast, not Dark Souls 2. That's why so many people who worked on Dark Souls 2, like, leads were people that were further down on the hierarchy rung before. They suddenly got boosted up to lead status, and then, like, new people got brought in because Dark Souls made too much money. So, you know, the people throwing the money around were like, well, we have to have a Dark Souls 2 while we're waiting for this Project Beast to launch. And yeah, that's why Bloodborne is PlayStation only and may remain that way. Yeah, actual, like, lore behind the games. Yeah, I didn't know that for the longest time, but that's the basic story of why it's been never, like, remastered, re-released, because there's probably all kinds of licensing stuff. If they did re-release it, it would probably still be PlayStation only, I have a feeling, just because of the way the contract was likely written. It is a little bit weird, but it is specifically what Sony asked for and why they threw so much money at them. They wanted something that was just for them. DS2 has been fun. I love DS2, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I will never forgive PlayStation for taking Bloodborne from me. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna turn you back down, Orphan, because we're getting to the loud part. Honestly, they would make so much money. They would really make so much money. I love this 30 PS no anti-alias Cosmic Horror Nightmare. It's true. Sometimes when I go back to it, I'm like, it's so pretty. Oh, but oops. Oh, but moments. It has its moments, right? Orphan, I still don't know where to put you, because I like the beginning, but I just don't listen to it. Hey, Orphan, can I put you between Witch and Terror, maybe? No, behind Terror. I love the fight. Fight is great. Keeps you on your toes. Music is not so memorable. Not so memorable. It would be really cool if they could write, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm speaking as someone who doesn't know the details of the actual contract, just that Sony specifically wanted something that was only for them. But I don't know what kind of stipulations were in the contract where it was like, oh, after this many years, that will be null and void or whatever, you know? Oh, whoops. Okay, so in this mix, Orphan of Chaos is the final one, but I wanted to save the credit sequence music for last because I think it's a pretty strong track.
Oh, we're gonna turn it back up. It's like a longer, better version of Omen. I enjoy the tier list. Gotta sleep. Have a good night, Nick. Go rest. Go rest, go rest. Please, please, please. Oh, and let me give proper... my manners. My manners have been terrible today. Let me give you a proper shout out. Thank you for stopping by, everybody.
Oh, where are you going? You're going S tier. You're going S tier. Ooh, where do I put it? Where do I put it? I put it here. I put it here. It's got to be in the top 3. The credit sequence is so good. I think next to Nameless Song, I think, you know, I have a soft spot for Nameless Song from Dark Souls 1. But this is hands down the best credits music. Hands down. And you get to hear that amazing note from Omen, and she holds it for even longer. It's so cool. Gonna crank it. It's so good. Hey, that amazing journey you just went on? Here's some music to top it off. Hearing this music after the umbilical ending left me both confused and amazed. Love this game. Hell yeah. I'm putting hype cats in the chat for that note that she hits. Bless every singer that has to hit that note. And I am in awe of your skill. So good. What an amazing fucking track to tie everything together. I'm just, okay, hang on. I'm going to turn it down, but I want to run it back to play like some of the low key stuff while I wrap this part of it. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the lore advice. I'm asleep now. Of course, we're going to start wrapping up here. We just finished up Bloodborne. I'm not doing the other FromSoft games. We did all the Dark Souls games. We've done Bloodborne. That's good enough for me. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Hope to see you again.
Please have a good rest. All right. Yeah, so this is our top 3, Lawrence, Ludwig, and the credits sequence. Do I want to move anything? I don't think so. I feel pretty confident. I moved some things around as we went, and I feel pretty good about this. Look at all the S's and A's for Bloodborne.